this aircraft is obviously was the primary trainer for the RAF from 1960s through the 1980s because it was very stable aircraft. I think we'll probably end up demonstrating during the course of today. So we've already started our engines up, so we'll just go to the internal view, find the radios. There we are. Right, here we go. So we're going to tune 124 decimal 32 for the ATIS. And we'll switch that over.
QAE 114 round is closed. Departure receipt of information Quebec and advise aircraft on first contact. Liverpool information Quebec. Time 1120. Runway news 0.
So we're on Quebec. That's something we need to know. We can get the rest of the weather from the aircraft. I'll depart in 2 seconds today. I know it's a bad practice not to take the full ATIS check from tower, but it's no big deal at this stage because as I said, we've got the weather, because we've got the QFA, we've got the actual wind at this time. So let's go. It's quite a hot day, but we'll discuss that later on. Yeah, so call sign today is Golf Foxtrot Alpha. So Liverpool Tower, good afternoon. Golf Foxtrot Alpha is de Helvey and Chipmunk at the GA round, requesting radio check. Over. So I'll put the GA end of the airport, as you can see next to Kilo as well.
Victor Alpha, I can barely hear you. Repeat your message.
Okay, I'll adjust the audio though, because it's going through the speakers, which is just irritating. There we go. Golf Foxtrot Alpha is a de Havilland DHC-1 Chipmunk requesting radio check. Over. I'm quite quiet with this mic, but affirm Foxtrot Alpha. Right, is there anything I can do about that? Because that's the out part. Okay, so folks, what I'm going to do is we're just going to grab the backup microphone. Get ready to go in a couple of seconds. So I just need to get that. So, microphone device. That's why it's not working, because the mic's actually miles away from my mouth. Liverpool Tower, Foxtrot Alpha, requesting a radio check. Over. Golf Foxtrot Alpha with Quebec, requesting taxi to the active for VFR circuits. Taxi to holding point Golf via Kilo and Alpha on runway 27. Foxtrot Alpha. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly pull some charts up for Liverpool, which I will actually. I'm just going to YOLO it and I'll cut them into the video anyway. I'll just get it up on the because I've been poorly prepared and I haven't pulled them up previous. I seem to be doing a lot of flying in Liverpool. Don't know why. Okay, I'll just so holding point Golf. I just Taxiing 2 Point Echo via Kilo and Alpha for runway 09 departure at this time, Foxtrot Alpha. Okay, so it looks like we're now going to be doing a reasonably shortened departure. So if I just look up Echo Hold, because there's... Alright, Echo Hold, okay, I've got it. So we'll taxi out the apron, then it's a right all the way down to the main apron, then a left to Echo. Okay, so let's roll. So I'll just apply a little bit of rudder bar to the left. So we'll just taxi very, very, very slowly right now. Even though our winds are 261 at 7 still. Okay, we'll just... there we go. Just eking the nose out. Just applying a bit of power. Don't know why I'm talking so softly now. Yeah, I had a bit of a problem with the scenery at Liverpool because it was disappearing under some of the scenery package. So it's now at the top, and we've now got a very nice Liverpool. Okay. So this is Kilo. This is Alpha. I've got to do some S turns on the taxiway. Actually, well, we don't because we can see where we're going. Do a very fast taxi. So I'm actually going to just set full power for a little while to get us up to 30 knots, which is all we really need. Holding 30 knots, which is, as you know, it's a very fast taxi, but we don't need any more than that because that's Foxtrot. Next left should be ours at Echo. So we're taxiing, as I say, fairly quickly, but it's no big deal. Because obviously we can see that there's nothing going to run out in front of the aircraft, and if something were to run out in front of the aircraft, we wouldn't see it anyway. But yeah, the main reason I'm making this video isn't to give you guys content, which I would do anyway, but it's to get my eye back in. Oops, I'm taking off. How do I do this without taking off? Yeah, I forgot the tail on this thing picks up at 35. Hehehe. Hello! But yeah, the main reason I was doing this is just as a test to see if I can do the VATSIM network. And then after I've got this tested as functioning, I can do the proper flights again. If it works, I'll be doing another flight, which I'll be doing on Thursday during the course of today or tomorrow. But at the minute, these videos, there's no editing going into them, because I'm only was doing crossfades and it was taking hours to render. And even though I know how much you love your crossfades, it's not worth that much. Golf Foxtrot Alpha is at holding point Echo, ready for departure. Yeah, which we basically are now, so I'm not lying to him. Golf Foxtrot Alpha is cleared for VFR circuits right hand south of the field, not above 1500 on the QNH of 1017, squawking 7010 after departure. Okay, so we're going to have to go back to the radios now. Where's the transponder on this thing? This thing doesn't seem to have a transponder. Oh, he's going to love me. Right, we'll just have a look around because I'm keen not to get shouted at if I've got a. That's just telling where that is. Rear seat. Has that got access to a transponder panel? Nope. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Actually, the instructor flies from the back seat anyway, so we'll fly from here. Okay. Liverpool Tower, got a Golf Foxtrot Alpha with a message. Golf Foxtrot Alpha is unable to squawk 7010 as our aircraft is not fitted with a transponder. Foxtrot Alpha is ready for departure. Okay, so Golf Foxtrot Alpha, we're ready for departure. I'm just making sure I did the correct thing. Clear for departure, runway 09, Foxtrot Alpha. I'm just abbreviating my call sign now because it's much easier just to say Foxtrot Alpha than Golf Foxtrot Alpha. Because just, yeah, you end up having a tongue twister in your mouth. Okay, so this is my first time I've actually done circuits on VATSIM in a single-engined aircraft. I've always done it in bigger jets. Because circuits inherently get boring after about the third time you do one. But on VATSIM, because you actually have a real controller, it's much more interesting in my opinion. That's 50, 60 knots, rotate. Just climbing away, pitching for 70. We're squawking mode C on that. That's just to allow everybody to see us who've got transponders. So that's just errors I think popping up on vPilot. Yes it is. Yeah, this apparently is a Mini Bravo coming into our airspace. Okay, we'll just turn south of the field now, not above 1500. It's only 500 feet. I'm just used to flying the bigger jets. I haven't flown one of these for so long now. So we're now actually flat plus. Yeah, one of the quirks of this aircraft, obviously, is that the the flap indicators aren't actually fitted to the wings on this aircraft. So we'll just fly. This is quite a tightish circuit, I think. About 700 feet. Oops, descending. Power coming off. Golf Foxtrot Alpha is downwind for touch and go on runway 09. I don't have to read that one back to him, so I'm not going to. Oops. So what we'll do is we'll fly at the end of the lead-in lights, which are just over, which are stick out into the sea at this airport, and then we'll fly right hand, then a right hand, then attempt a landing. Okay, well, what we'll do now is after this I might even take a 7.3 up for some base training. I'll cut the base training in the intermediate parts. The reason I do this base training is it does help me develop as a pilot on this type of aircraft. So again, just do a right hand turn now. Golf Foxtrot Alpha is base to land 09. A little bit of power because we got a little bit low. Apologies, touch and go, Foxtrot Alpha. Yep. Cleared at land, Golf Foxtrot Alpha. Apologies, clear touch and go, Foxtrot Alpha. I need to get my head around that. It's just something I've been doing landings so much, and concentrating on flying and talking to someone is a lot harder than you think it is. Was that landing flapless? Yes, it was. Well done, mate. Okay, so we're now just at a beam the tower. We'll just fire the turn soonish because I don't know if there's any traffic hanging around. No further than 30 degrees of bank. Flapless, pulling back, levelling off at 500 feet, 520. I'll make it 600 feet for this circuit. Again, quite tight. Okay, so we're not using we're using the instruments in this aircraft minimally right now, and we're just flying by looking outside the window and lining ourselves up on things. So, Golf Foxtrot Alpha is downwind for a low approach, runway 09. So just flying at fairly nice leisurely speed. So what we can do is we can advance power a little and then start our descent. So what we'll do is we'll fly a low approach at no higher than my 200 feet target, because that's the same as I did that with the Fokker. And again, it does really help you just get an understanding of what you're doing with the aircraft and what it's doing, and what she's doing and what you're doing. It tends to vary occasionally. That was just a absolutely pointless thing there. Vary occasionally. It tends to vary occasionally, actually, yeah. Okay, so that's the lead-ins. Finals, Golf Foxtrot Alpha. Low approach and go around, Golf Foxtrot Alpha. So yeah, well, we could say we're flying quite low, we just got to be careful not to actually touch down. So yeah, and go around. And snapping it over onto the right wing. I actually have the Chipmunk display team. I'd love to see his perspective on that. Wish we could do that. Actually, yeah, we'll do the next one from external view. We'll do one more touch and go, then it'll be a full stop. Golf Foxtrot Alpha is downwind for a touch and go, runway 09. Number one again. I am number one, I know, number one. I wasn't transmitting that, don't worry. But I think this is 6 AEF's paint scheme on the Chipmunk, what we're flying today. Obviously it's no longer on a military registration, so yeah. Okay, we'll just cut this one fairly fine. We'll land with flap this time as well, because, you know, flaps do help. I'm getting cramps in my wrist because I'm not sitting correctly. Requesting wind check, Golf Foxtrot Alpha. Clear touch and go, Foxtrot Alpha. Okay, we'll go full flap now. Okay, this one's going to be on the numbers touchdown, simulating an engine for laying back on short final, I suppose. Just round out the manoeuvre. There we go, that was soft as a baby's bum. Flaps 1, full power on the step, using rudder to keep central, 60, pitch, and climb. Okay, that's 400. I'm not going to fly the turn yet because that'll just be an absolutely non-existent circuit. We'll fly the turn once we've passed the tower, which we have done now. That's a steep turn now. Ooh, that was roughly level though. I find slight turns, it's difficult to keep the aircraft level. But if you do a steep turn, it's much easier. I don't understand it myself. Okay. Golf Foxtrot Alpha, downwind to land, runway 09. I'm going to milk this one for all it's worth. Idle. My intentions are to carry out a full stop landing on runway 09, Golf Foxtrot Alpha. I love I just forgot what you're going to do. Wilco Foxtrot Alpha. Someone hasn't had their cup of coffee yet today. Okay, we'll just do the roll to final now. Ooh, hey. The aircraft drops like a brick if you try and turn with flap down. I suppose that's just another way to develop your flying skills. You know, to make it not drop when you do steep turns with flap. Golf Foxtrot. Clear to land. Golf Foxtrot Alpha. Okay. Yeah. So just fly the aircraft in nice and easily. Okay, actually we'll just stop very, very quickly. And 180. Just a little bit of power. There we go. That's probably the quickest way we could have vacated, because there's a that Airbus 321, which I think's a King Air, doing an enter and wait, which hold us this way exiting via Golf Foxtrot Alpha, vacating Delta. Taxi to the parking via Delta, Alpha and Kilo. We do our best, sir. Negative, Golf Foxtrot Alpha, we'll take a parking. We'll be back soon with a 737, hopefully. I love flying general aviation. So it's grassroots flying, but it does really help you develop as aircrew. Because you know, I think I went from never touching anything with less than 2 engines weighing less than about 100 tons to flying a Cessna A2A172 just around the circuit at Newcastle offline one night. and I was really angry with myself because I couldn't actually hold the attitudes and the airspeeds. That airbus just looks gorgeous. But anyway, I couldn't hold the altitudes that I wanted. I think I must have done about six or seven circuits that night, and by the end of them I was nailing 1,000 feet above field elevation on every one. But yeah, that's going to be the quickest takeoff roll for an Airbus in history. Come on, way, he's up. Is he? Ah, there we go, he's away. Sorry, but yeah. So, folks, that was the Just Flight Chipmunk. I don't think this aircraft, I would say it's a very, very nice model. Visually very, very pretty. All the quirks that I know of the aircraft are modelled, but it's not. I would say it's too. If I kind of take general aviation manufacturers, you know, in terms of complexity, it's on the level of. Wow. He's 40. But no, it's he hasn't lost the field already, has he? Oh no, whoa, he's dead. But yes, where was I? But yeah, it doesn't. So yeah, he's as you can see, this aircraft, sorry, it's very nicely modelled. You know, there's all the animations we'd expect, such as canopy sliding and stuff like that. That works. But I don't think this aircraft pretends to be what I call A2A standard. So it's not to the standard that if you abuse the engine, you know, you won't pay the consequences. Whereas with A2A you would. And having just come out of the Comanche, I can feel the difference. But apart from that, it feels like a very, very solidly modelled aircraft, because with some aircraft you feel as though, oh my god, what's it doing now, kind of thing. Whereas with this, you know, I know if I start turning it, it will turn. If I roll out, it will roll out, and it's not going to go over bank the other way. Okay, so bit of power, diff brakes, just tapping the diff brakes. If you can probably hear me clicking the switch on my joystick rapidly. Okay, just on box. Okay, so I'll cut the video here, and we'll see you all in the next chapter. Bye bye.